A presidential library is basically a monument to that president that has an archive of historical documents as well as a museum to celebrate their life, as well as these days often a center that promotes their agenda after they've left office. Just saying the obvious, the Trump Presidential Library is by far the tallest of any presidential library ever built. The next closest would be the Obama Presidential Center in Chicago that's nearing completion now. That's about 220 feet tall. This skyscraper looks like it's about 500 or 600 feet tall. Well, presidents do use these to try to reshape their image. So, for instance, Carter is a good example. When he left office, he was not very popular, but after that, through the Carter Center in Atlanta, Georgia, he did all these philanthropic works across the world, won the Nobel Peace Prize, and now Carter's a very respected figure. So it was through the Carter Presidential Center, that Carter rehabilitated his image. So, and all presidents do that to varying degrees of success. So for the Trump Library, it's pure speculation as to what would be the future in terms of that. We'll have to see how his presidency goes. Not just the Trump Library, but all presidential libraries, they're basically temples of spin. They're all presenting the positive views of the president. That sometimes changes over time, but most of the time they're just all of them. It's not just Trump. They're all temples of spin.
The technology of today and tomorrow that has captured everybody's imagination and generated tons of anxiety is AI technology. So I think it's very telling when the president is doubling down on these technologies again, which can skew our sense of reality, make us not know what is or is not real. And when the president himself is intentionally posting this kind of content, it just sends a very strong message, which is that distrust is the new normal. And this is a president and presidency that thrives on distrust and polarization, which is eminently clear to almost all of us as Americans at this point. That's why it's absolutely essential right now that our political figures have to follow certain laws that don't exist, right, as of now, that push them to ensure that they do not put out manipulative content. And so I think that that is really, really critical at this time.